Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me,
I
thought he was a con artist,
no,
just based off his look.
They're edgy.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
Uber Eats is loaded up with your favorites. So what's your number one? Is it a double bacon cheeseburger with sweet potato fries? Or is it mahi mahi tacos with green salsa and hibiscus lemonade? Or is it a New York steak topped with rich chimichurri sauce? All the foods you crave from the restaurants you love, all in one place. Tonight I'll be eating with Uber Eats. Order now. See Uber Eats app for availability.
With Squarespace, you can sell
Organic, raw,
All right.
natural.
Give me 1 second. I'm having
Or
a difficulty here.
and book clients for.
All right. Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show.
Or
Come on,
Wednesday,
feel the burn.
November 3rd,
and sell content to people who like.
2021.
Welcome back to Techno Knitting.
Breathe in. You're breathing.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. I had
Squarespace
some
is everything
issues
you need to sell
with the
anything.
music there. I was trying to figure
Use
out.
offer code
But welcome to the show.
10% off your
Got a big
Squarespace
slate of games today. Also, we're going to go through the UFC 268. As we have Covington against Usman 2. It's a stacked card. That main card is stacked. We'll get into that. We'll got a big slate of NBA games tonight we'll talk about. So should have quite a bit of stuff. Should have a pretty good show today. So let me get, let's see. Let's turn this off for a minute. Got off to a rough start because of the music. But anyway, welcome to Easy Money. We're live 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us. We're giving out winners. My picks yesterday were 4-1. Only pick I lost yesterday was the Utah Jazz. They didn't cover. I think they were 9-point favorites, and they won by like 6 or 7. But I had the World Series game right. I had 3 other NBA games right. So we're giving out winners. Come join us. You can find, also we're live Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. That's our sports talk show. Come join us for that as well. You can find GSR Gonzo Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show, in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. About anywhere you find podcasts, you can find us. So check us out there. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows. Our daily picks for Easy Money get posted there as well. Interview announcements, all that good stuff. Don't forget, today, 1 p.m. Eastern, just a little under 2 hours, we'll be live for a special edition of GWR as Luke Savage, pro wrestler, makes his return into the here at GSR. So come join us for that, 1 p.m. Also, don't forget, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, owner of Emerge Wrestling, Ricky Ruckus, will be joining us for a conversation about big show they got coming up Saturday night, Emerge 58, Reap What You Sow, and to talk about the Emerge promotion. Looking forward to that. Actually, real excited about that. So that'll be all right. Let's jump right into it. Braves won the World Series last night, 7-0. Freed pitched like he had pitched all year instead of pitching like he had the last couple of games in the playoffs. Freed finally came up with Freed finally came up with the a big game in the playoffs. He'd been struggling this year in the playoffs. And he finally made that better, or pitched better, I should say. All right, let's get to the NBA games. First game we'll do these NBA games, then we'll do the UFC. There is no NFL tonight. I think there might be one college football game tonight. Let's jump right into these basketball games here. All right, first game we have is the Chicago Bulls at the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls are 6-1 this season. The 76ers are 5-2. Sixers are 2-point favorites at home. They're minus 126 on the money line. The Bulls are plus 108 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 216.5. I like the Bulls here as underdogs on the road. I like them to win this game outright. Bulls are looking for their third win in a row. Excuse me. DeRozan's been averaging 25 or 26 points per game. The Bulls are tied for the best record in the NBA, and they're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. Embiid is questionable for tonight. Harris will not play because of COVID protocols. Sixers did beat Portland Monday, but I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Bulls with their top 2 scorers if Tobias Harris can't play and Embiid don't play. I like the Bulls here at the plus 108 on the money line. And I think I like the under the 216.5 because I think the Sixers could have trouble putting up some points. So I like the Bulls money line. Next game, the Toronto Raptors at the Washington Wizards. The Wizards are 3.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 154 on the money line. The Raptors are plus 130 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 212.5. Raptors have been playing some of the best defense in the league. They've won 4 in a row. Siakam has been out, and the Raptors are 3-0 on the road. The Wizards are coming off a loss to Atlanta. The Wizards' defense is improved from last season. Wizards are 3-0 at home this season. And Washington beat the Raptors by 15 in the season opener. I like the Wizards here. I just don't think the Raptors are going to be able to put up enough points to keep up with the Wizards offensively. So I like the Wizards here at the minus 154 on the money line. There ain't no reason to give up the points if we don't have to. So, all right, next game is my favorite team, the Indiana Pacers in this game. New York Knicks at the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are 1-point favorites at home. They're minus 108 on the money line. Knicks are minus 108 on the money line. This game's a pick 'em. Over-under for this game is set at 217. The Pacers need to get healthy. They did finally get LeVert back. Warren is still out. And Carlisle's still trying to find the mixture of what lineups work together. I think as the season goes on, they're going to improve because they're going to get healthier. But I do like the Pacers here at home. I think they can score. I think they can keep up with the Knicks on scoring, and this game's going to come down to defense to me. And could be a problem for the Pacers, but I thought the Pacers looked a lot better last game, and I'm expecting them to come out and build off of that. But the Knicks are 5-2. They do have good depth. They are undefeated on the road this season. Pacers ranked 24th in defense. Injuries have hurt the Pacers. Pacers are 2-6. Like I said, I like the Pacers here on money line, but I'm letting you know up front, I'm a big Pacer fan, so I am probably biased. But the Pacers look good their last game, and I think they're finally getting in their groove. Carlisle's getting used to the players. They're getting used to what he expects. So I like the Pacers tonight at the minus 108 on the money line. All right, next NBA game. You have the Portland Trailblazers at the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers are 4.5-point favorites at home. They're plus 162 on the money line. Trailblazers are minus 194 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 217.5. The Blazers are 3-4. They've lost 2 in a row. Depth is the issue for the Blazers. They really don't have that quality scorer coming off the bench that can go out there and score some points and keep your offense going while you give Lillard and McCollum a rest. They just don't have that. The Cavs have been playing good. They're coming off a win versus the Hornets. I say the Cavs have been playing good. They're 4-4, but for the Cavs, they're off to a better start than what I think myself and most people expected. They are coming off a win versus the Hornets. They're playing good defense, and they've had a double-digit lead in 7 of the 8 games. So if they tighten up they're still a young team that's learning how to win. Once they figure out how to close out games, they're going to be a good team. But I like the Blazers here. I think Lillard, he's been struggling a little bit scoring, but McCollum's been picking up that slack. But I'll look for Lillard to get on track. I lean toward the Blazers here at the or wait a minute. Yeah, I'll lean toward the Blazers on the money line. I do like the under the 217.5 in this game. Next game, the Boston Celtics at the Orlando Magic. The Celtics are 6.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 260 on the money line. Magic are plus 215 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 213. Celtics are 2-5. Magic are 2-6. So both these teams have been struggling to start the season. Celtics lost their last game to the Bulls. They might have some internal problems between Morris, Tatum, and Brown. I guess Morris had some pretty harsh remarks to say about Tatum and Brown after they lost the other night to the Bulls. The Celtics are 2-2 ATS. The Orlando Magic are 2-6 also. They're 0-2 against ATS at home. Cole Anthony has been a bright spot for the Magic. I like the Celtics here. The Magic just don't have enough offense to keep up with the Celtics. I like the Celtics here. 6.5. See, I like the Celtics to win this game, but I'm not comfortable enough with this. Well, I'm not comfortable enough with the Celtics to lay 6.5. Not after I saw them blow that game against the Bulls, where they did have a big lead. I do think the Celtics will win this game, but I'm not giving up that many points, and minus 260 on the money line is a little too rich for me. I do like the under the 213 in this game, because I think the Magic will struggle to score points, and there's times that the Celtics can do the same thing. So I like the under here. Next game is the Atlanta Hawks at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are 5-point favorites at home. They're minus 210 on the money line. The Atlanta Hawks are plus 176 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 220.5. The Hawks are 4-3. They beat Washington Monday. That's a good win. Washington's been playing pretty good to start the season out. Hawks have good depth. Their bench, they have good depth. They have like 9 players that can score in double digits at any time. The Nets have won 3 of their last 4. They're 4-3 as well. Harden is struggling to score. These new rules are hurting him. He's not getting to the free throw line as much now. So he's still adjusting to how referees are going to start calling stuff under the new rules. I like the Hawks in this game. at the +5. I can see the Nets winning this game, but I also can see the Hawks winning this game. I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 point game. It's going to come right down to the end. So I like the Atlanta Hawks at the +5. And I like the over 220.5. All right. Next game is the Denver Nuggets at the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are 1 point favorites at home. They're -112 on the money line. Grizzlies are -104 on the money line. So this game's pretty even. Over-under is at 2.5 or 2.5, 214.5. My bad, 214.5. I like the Nuggets here. I think Jokic is back in the lineup now. I think the Nuggets are going to start going on the run. I don't think Memphis is going to have enough scoring to keep up with them. So I like the Nuggets here on the money line. Next game, Clippers at the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Clippers are 2-4. The Timberwolves are 3-3. Clippers have not looked good to start the season out. Not sure if Kawhi Leonard's playing tonight. That's something I need to check into. This is a game I'm going to personally stay away from. I don't feel comfortable with either team where I can say like who outright winner that I feel comfortable with. Dallas Mavericks at the Spurs. The Spurs are 1 point favorites at home. They're -108 on the money line. The Mavericks are -108 on the money line. This game's a pick 'em. Over-unders at 216.5. I like the Mavericks here on the road. The Spurs are a young team. They can struggle to score. I think Luka is going to have a big night here. I like the Mavs money line. Pelicans and Kings is the next game. The Kings are 4.5 point favorites at home. They're -184 on the money line. Pelicans are +154 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 220. This is a game I'm personally going to stay away from. If I did bet this game, I would take the Kings -4.5. Pelicans haven't looked good. Zion Williamson's been out. I would lean toward the Pelicans here, but not the Pelicans, the Kings here. But like I said, this is a game I'm personally would stay away from, and I would lean toward the under the 220. Excuse me. Next game, you have the Charlotte Hornets at the Golden State Warriors. These have been two of the better teams to start out the season. The Hornets are 5-3. Warriors are 5-1. Warriors are 5.5 point favorites at home, -220 on the money line. Hornets are +188 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 226.5. The Hornets have a deep roster. They can struggle defensively. They're good offensively, but they can have some trouble on the defensive side of the ball. The Warriors have won 5 of their first 6 games by an average of 8 points. Curry's averaging 29 points a game. They've been playing good defense, elite defense. That's how they've been winning games, is by playing defense. Klay Thompson hasn't got back yet, but he should be back here hopefully soon. I like the Warriors here to win the game, but 5.5 points, I don't know. To me, that's a little too many against the Hornets, because the Warriors aren't the same offense they used to be. The Hornets can score, but I think the Warriors are going to be able to score here too. I think this game could be a close game. I like the Warriors to win the game, but not enough to lay 5.5 points. But on the flip side of that, I don't like the Hornets enough to take the 5.5 points either. So this game I'm probably going to stay away from, but I would lean toward the Golden State Warriors, and I would lean toward the over the 226.5. All right, that is all the NBA games today. Let's see, college football. I think might be one game tonight. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yes, you have tonight. You have Northern Illinois at Kent State. Kent State is 3.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 180 on the money line. Northern Illinois is plus 146 on the money line. And over-under for this game is set at 70.5. I like Kent State here at the minus 3.5. But what I would do, I would wait till closer to game time. You might be able to get this at 3. But you also take a chance it could move up to 4. I think I could see this going, maybe going to 3. If I get it at 3, I would love it. I still like Kent State at 3.5. But if I'm going to have to lay 3.5, I'd probably just go ahead and go money line at the minus 180. And I like the under the 70.5. Excuse me. Okay. All right, that's all the college football games tonight, today. So let's get ready to talk UFC 268, Usman versus Covington. We got full card preview and predictions, so we'll go ahead and get into that real quick. All right, we'll start with the prelims. But before we do that, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, with Easy Money, a sports betting show. That show's live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. You can find both those shows in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Follow our social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. It's where we post all the information about our shows. We post all of our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show on there, which is you're watching right now. My picks yesterday were 4-1. We're giving out winners. Tell your friend about us. Please hit the follow button. If you're on Facebook, Twitch, hit the follow button. On YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, that bell so you get notifications when we're live. We appreciate everybody's support. Don't forget, 1 p.m. today, we will have pro wrestler Luke Savage will be joining us live in studio. On Friday, owner of Emerge Wrestling, Ricky Ruckus, will be joining us to talk about Emerge 58 Reap What You Sow. That's this Saturday night in Trafalgar, Indiana. If you can get there, go watch. It's a stacked card. So go check that out. Also on Sunday, November 7th, go check out WCWO, Heroes Helping Heroes. All door proceeds go to the veterans. We'll be live. We will be live at that show, doing live commentary and streaming the event. So if you can't get to Indy, check us out here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. All right, one other thing before we get into these UFC fights. If you're a music fan, this Friday there's a kick-ass band playing at the Hitching Post here in Muncie. They'll start at 9 o'clock. Name of the band is Hired Guns. They're a kick-ass band. You guys will go support them. Go watch them Friday night. You won't be disappointed, I promise. I just saw them play. I just saw them play Saturday night at a Halloween party, and like I said, you won't be disappointed. Go give them a chance. But all right, let's start with the UFC prelims. First fight of the prelims, you have Carlos Vergara against Ode Osborne. Vergara is a plus 140 underdog. Osborne is a minus 172 favorite. Vergara is 9-2-1. This will be his UFC debut. He's 5-0 in his last 5 fights. He won last fight by knockout. He's going to have a 5-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 6 wins by KO or TKO. He has good striking, good movement on his feet, but he does leave his hands down a lot when he's coming out of combinations. And his defensive striking and his takedown defense are both a little questionable. Osborne is 9-4. He has good striking, especially from range. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He has 4 wins by knockout or TKO, 4 wins by submission. He has the same issues or same questions with his striking defense and his takedown defense. He did lose his last fight by a KO or TKO. I like Osborne in this fight because I think his forward pressure. I think he has the power, the one-shot power. He can knock out Verarga, and Verarga's just going to come forward. Osborne's a good counter striker. He's good from range. I think Osborne's going to probably win this fight by finish. I just don't think this Vergara has fought that top level of competition yet. So him making his UFC debut, the power up that Osborne has in his hands. I like Ode Osborne here at the minus 172 on the money line. What are we doing here? Oh, it's over here. All right. Next fight. You have Bruno Souza against Melzik Bogdasarian. Bogdasarian's a minus 290 favorite. Bruno Souza's a plus 225 underdog. This fight's at 145. Bogdasarian is 6-1. This is his UFC debut. He's 6-1. He won his UFC debut by knockout over England. He has 5 wins by knockout or TKO. He has good footwork, good striking. He's been a championship caliber kickboxer. He's 5-0 in his last 5. Souza is 10-1. This will be his UFC debut. He has good karate, 5-0 in his last 5 as well. He has 2 wins by submission. He has good striking. He can switch stances, but I like Bogdasarian here. Minus 290 is a little steep on the money line. But I think Bogdasarian is going to be able to move forward, and I think the power that Bogdasarian has, I think he's going to be able to maybe get a finish in this fight. Let's see let's see if they have that up yet. Last time they didn't on some. All right, yeah, they don't have the props up on that fight yet. Yeah, you might on that fight if you bet on FanDuel or wherever you're betting at, check like the props because you might be able to get double chance. Like on FanDuel, you can get a double chance where you can pick KO or TKO, or for him to win by KO or TKO or points, or knockout or submission. You can put 2 together. If he wins, they win by either way, you win. And sometimes you can get pretty good odds that way. So I would check that out. They don't have them up right now, or I would check it for you. I would check it now. Next fight, you have Dustin Jacoby against John Allen. Jacoby is a minus 290 favorite. Allen is a plus 225 underdog. Jacoby is 15-5-1. He's a kickboxer. He's 4-0-1 in his last 5. He has 10 wins by knockout or TKO. He won his last fight by KO, TKO. Allen is 13-6, 1 no contest. He's 2-2-1 in his last 5. He lost his last fight by split decision to Dolce. He has 9 wins by knockout or TKO, 3 wins by submission. Jacoby took this fight on short notice. Even taking this fight on short notice, I like Jacoby in this fight. I think his striking is going to be too much for Allen. And I think his the pressure he's going to put on Allen is going to get Allen out of his game. And I think Jacoby's going to have a lot of success in this fight. This is also one I'd check on maybe some of the prop bets because right now, or because it's 290 on the money line, you might be able to get a better value if you if you look. All right. Next fight is Chris Barnett against Gian Vellante. This is a heavyweight fight. Barnett is 21-7. He's 4-1 in his last 5. He lost his last fight by submission to Rothwell. Excuse me. He has 16 wins by knockout or TKO. Cardio can be a question. Vellante is 17-13, 2-6 since 2017. He's lost 3 in a row. He has 10 wins by KO or TKO, and he's 1-4 in his last fight. I like Barnett here, and I think this fight will probably be a finish. But I like Barnett. I think Barnett's pressure and the power in his hands are going to be a little too. And Barnett can wrestle some. He has to try not to burn out his gas tank where he just falls apart in the third round. That's what you'd have to be worried about in this fight. All right, next fight. You have Ian Gary against Jordan Williams. Gary is a -375 favorite. Williams is a +285 underdog. Gary is 7-0. He's making his UFC debut. He's a former Cage Warrior champion. He's a well-balanced fighter. He has 4 wins by KO or knockout. He won his last fight by decision. Williams is 9-5, 2-3 in his last 5. He lost his last fight by submission to Mickey Gall. He has 7 wins by knockout or TKO. I like Gary here making his UFC debut. Gary is a well-balanced fighter. He's looked good in all positions. I think he might even be able to get a finish in this fight. Williams just really ain't impressed me. You go out and you get submitted by Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall basically, dominated that. And Mickey Gall really, I have been impressed with Mickey Gall. He got pushed a little there by UFC, came in, beat CM Punk. People knew his name, but I think Gary is going to have a good night for his UFC debut and pick up the victory. Next fight on the prelims, you got Edmund Shabazian against Nasruddin Imavov. Shabazian is a +100 underdog. Imavov is a -122 favorite. Shabazian is 11-2, has won only one fight that has went out of the first round. Has 9 wins by knockout or TKO. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He lost his last fight by unanimous decision. Cardio can be a question. Imavov is 10-3, 4 wins by knockout or TKO. He has 4 wins by submission. He won his last fight by TKO. I like Imavov here at the -122 on the money line. I think his counter punching, and then also when he decides to move forward with the striking, I just think Imavov is a more well-balanced fighter. And as long as Imavov can weather the storm of that first 2.5 minutes of the fight, I think he wins this fight. So I like Imavov there. Next fight on the prelims, we have Chris Curtis against Philip Haas. This fight was supposed to happen previously. Now it's finally getting to happen. Curtis is a +265 underdog. Haas is a -350 favorite. Curtis is making his UFC debut. He's 26-8. He's normally fought at 170. This fight here is going to take place at 185. So make sure you keep that in mind. Halls is probably going to be the bigger guy. Curtis has 13 wins by KO or TKO, 2 wins by submission. He's 5-0 in his last 5. Halls is 11-2, 5-0 in his last 5. He won his last fight by decision over Kyle Dacus. Halls is going to have a 2.5-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 7 wins by knockout or TKO. 2 wins by submission. I like Haas here to win this fight. I kind of question Curtis's cardio, and Curtis eats a lot of punches trying to get into the inside. And with a guy like Haas that has that good power in his hands, it can take one punch. It can only take one punch, so you have to be worried about that. I like Haas in this fight. Next fight, you got Al Quinta against Bobby Green. La Quinta is a plus 136 underdog. Green is a minus 168 favorite. La Quinta is 14-6-1, 2-3 in his last 5. He has good wrestling. He's a well-rounded fighter. Has 7 wins by knockout. He lost his last fight by decision to Dan Hooker. Green is 27-12-1. He has good boxing. 3-2 in his last 5. He has good takedown defense. 8 wins by knockout or TKO. 9 wins by submission. He's a kickboxer. He has... wrong one. He has 9 wins by submission. I like Green here. I think his forward pressure and his boxing from range and his takedown defense. I don't think Quinta's going to be able to, think he'll be able to stuff the first couple takedown defense and make this a fight on their feet. I think Green's a better striker on their feet. I like Green at the minus 168 on the money line. All right, next fight on the prelims. We have Alex Pereira against Andreas Michailidis. Pereira is a minus 250 favorite. Michailidis is a plus 198 underdog. Pereira is 3-1. He's making his UFC debut. He's a good striking. He's a kickboxer. This will be his he's had 4 MMA fights. He has good power. He's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 3 wins by knockout or TKO. He has good kicks. He has 2 wins over Adesanya in kickboxing. Michailidis is 13-4. He's 4-1 in his last 5. He has 7 wins by knockout or TKO, 4 wins by submission. I think Pereira wins this fight. I think his striking on his feet is just going to be too much for Michailidis. Michailidis' best chance, I think, would be to try to get this fight to the ground. But if Pereira can keep this fight on their feet, like I think will be able to, I can see Pereira winning this fight by a finish. His striking on his feet, I think, is just going to be too good. All right, that is all of the prelims. Prelims for this start at 7 o'clock. Pay-per-view starts at 10. Headline is the main event is Usman versus Covington. You also have Namajunas against Zhang, Gaethje against Chandler, Frankie Edgar's on this card. The main card is stacked. So we're going to get ready to jump right into that. All right, first fight on the main card: Frankie Edgar against Marlon Vera. Edgar's a plus 140 underdog. Vera is a minus 172 favorite. Edgar is 40 years old. Vera is 28 years old. Edgar is 24-9-1. He has good wrestling, good cardio. He has 7 wins by knockout or TKO, 4 wins by submission. He is 2-3 in his last 5. He lost his last fight by knockout to Sandhagen. Edgar's a well-rounded fighter. The one question mark with him is durability. We've seen him get hit, seen him get clipped. How good is his chin still? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Vera's 17-7-1. He has 6 wins by knockout or TKO. He has a 2.5-inch reach advantage in this fight, and he also has 8 wins by submission. He won his last fight by decision. He's 3-2 in his last 5. I like Vera here just because I think Vera's going to be able to mix in his takedowns, do some ground and pound. What scares me here, though, is Edgar's durability. I just think even at 40, I think Edgar's going to be a little too much for Marlon Vera. I like Edgar at the plus 140 on the money line. Next fight on the main card, we have Billy Carantillo against Shane Burgos. Carantillo is a plus 160 underdog. Burgos is a minus 200 favorite. This fight's at 145. Carantillo is 32. He's 16-3. He has good cardio, high output, 4-1 in his last 5, 7 wins by KO or TKO, 5 wins by submission. He won his last fight by TKO. Burgos is 13-3. He's 30 years old. Good striking, good cardio. He also has a high strike output. He lost his last fight by KO. He's going to have a 5.5-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 5 wins by knockout or TKO, 5 wins by submission. 3-2 in his last 5. Has good power in both hands. I like Burgos here. I think Burgos' output and forward pressure is going to be a little bit too much for Carantillo. So I lean toward Burgos with power in both hands to win this fight. Then we have next fight on the main card, Justin Gaethje against Michael Chandler. I think this is going to be an awesome fight. Gaethje's a minus 220 favorite. Chandler's a plus 176 underdog. Gaethje's 32 years old. He's 22-3. Has good striking, good wrestling. 19 wins by knockout or TKO. Has good power in both hands. He's 4-1 in his last 5. Lost his last fight to Khabib. Chandler is 35. He's 22-6. He has good striking, good wrestling. He has 4 losses by knockout. That's one thing that kind of scares me a little bit about Chandler. But he does have 10 wins by knockout, 7 wins by submission. He has good power. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He lost his last fight to Oliveira by a head kick. Both these fighters are well-rounded fighters. I could see paths for both fighters winning this fight. What worries me about Chandler's is his chin. I lean toward Justin Gaethje in this fight. I think Gaethje's striking is going to be a little too much, and I think his wrestling's good enough to keep this fight on the feet if that's where he wants it. So I like Gaethje here. All right, co-main event of the evening. On the main card is Rose Namajunas against Weili Zhang. It's a rematch. Namajunas is the champion. She beat Zhang last fight. With the head kick. Rose won the last fight with a nice clean head kick. Rose Namajunas is 29. She's a minus 106 on the minus 106 favorite. Weili Zhang's minus 114 on the money line. This is almost a pick 'em. Namajunas is 11-4. She has good striking, good jiu-jitsu. She's 4-1 in her last 5. She won last fight. She won last fight by knockout over Zhang with a head kick. She has a 2-inch reach advantage, 2 wins by KO or TKO, 8 wins by submission. She's a well-rounded fighter. Zhang is 21-2. She's 4-1 her last 5. She did lose her last fight to Namajunas by knockout. She has 10 wins herself by knockout or TKO, 7 wins by submission. She's a well-rounded fighter. I think Zhang wins this fight. I think Zhang's going to be able to strike from range. I think Zhang's going to keep her hands up, pressure forward more. I like Zhang to win this rematch and be the new. I think we're going to hear and new at the end of this fight, but I like Zhang. Main event of the evening. I'm ready for this fight as well. This is going to be a great card. I'm excited for this card. But main event, you have Kamaru Usman against Colby Covington. Usman's a minus 310 favorite. Covington's a plus 240 underdog. First time they fought, it was a hell of a fight. It was close, but it was a hell of a fight. But has Covington improved enough to win this time? I don't know. Usman is 19-1. He has 9 wins by knockout or TKO. He's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has good wrestling. He won his last fight by knockout over Masvidal. He's 5-0 in his last 5, and he has good cardio. Usman is starting to show that he's more than just a wrestler. That, hey, I'm a striker as well, and that I have power. Covington is 16-2. He's 4-1 in his last 5. He won his last fight by knockout or by TKO over Tyron Woodley. You can say Woodley might have been a little already over the hill, going on the downside of his career, but hey, he did win that by TKO. 3 wins by knockout or TKO. He has 5 wins by submission. He has good cardio as well. I think this is going to be a war, but I like Usman here, and I can see Usman. I can see Usman winning by a knockout. I think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great card. Prelims start at 7. Main card pay-per-view starts at 10. We will be doing a live watch along for the main live watch along and reaction for the main card Saturday night. We'll be live probably about right around 10 o'clock, maybe 5 minutes before 10. Between 10 and 10:15, because it'll be 10:15 before the first fight starts. So we'll be live right around 10. Before we get out of here for today, let's get to my picks of the day. My picks for today are, I like the Chicago Bulls money line, the Washington Wizards money line, the Indiana Pacers money line, the Atlanta Hawks +5, and I like the Dallas Mavericks money line. So to recap, I like the Bulls money line, Wizards money line, Pacers money line, Hawks +5, and a Dallas Mavericks money line. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Both those shows are live on YouTube. Both of them shows are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Please hit the like buttons, the follow buttons, the subscribe buttons. Rate and review on the podcast. We want to hear feedback from you guys. If you like what we're doing, please tell a friend about us. Hey, you got to watch Easy Money. We're giving out winners. My picks were 4-1 yesterday. So make sure you tell a friend about us. Also, follow us on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's where we post everything about our shows. All of our announcements, our daily picks from Easy Money get posted on there. So make sure you follow us on social media. Check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of stuff on there. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. You can see some of our shirts behind me. We also have hats, hoodies, long sleeve tees, beanies. It's getting cold out. Get something to keep that head warm. If you want one of these GWR shirts back here behind me, we do have some of them on hand. If you'd like one, get a hold of myself or Eric or Steve, and I'll get you one. But the rest of the stuff's available at that link, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. You can find that link in the video description, or if you're watching the video of this, you can find it going across the bottom of the screen as a ticker. Thanks everybody for joining. Don't forget, here in just about an hour, Luke Savage will be live in studio with us. It's going to be a big show. You don't want to miss it. Also, hopefully we see you at 1. If we don't see you at 1, hopefully we see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Easy Money, a sports betting show. Also, Friday, we have owner of Emerge Wrestling, Ricky Ruckus, is going to join us to talk about the Emerge 58 show, Reap What You Sow, which is this Saturday night in Trafalgar, Indiana. So make sure you join us Friday. It's going to be a great conversation. Ricky's a good dude. And I want to give Ricky a big shout out right now for everything he's been doing to help us. I'm excited to talk to him Friday. Like I said, don't forget Luke Savage in about an hour. If not, we'll join you tomorrow for Easy Money, or join us tomorrow for Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Appreciate all this. We appreciate all your support. Peace.